I was waiting for my friend when we were supposed to meet, but the school's scariest delinquent girl showed up. I ended up having to go out on a date for some reason, but she actually turned out to be very chill and cute too. I slowly started getting along with her, and after we started studying together, she said that she had a treat for me for studying so hard. I ended up going on a date with the scariest delinquent girl in school. For some reason, she devoted herself to me, and you might not be able to believe it, but when I was a senior in high school, I was actually a geek that was forgotten in the corner of the classroom. The only person that cared about me in the class was my one and only friend, Erin. I was invited out by Erin to go to a cafe that was on the way to school on the weekend, but the person that showed up wasn't Erin, it was the scariest delinquent girl in our school, Nikki. Rumor has it that one look from her and the other delinquents go running in the other direction. Talk about sending shivers down your spine, huh? No way, what the heck is she doing here? I was acting very confused when Nikki started talking to me.
You the one that's got something to say?
Oh crap, she's in a really bad mood. Sorry, could you just give me a second to call Erin?
Yeah, whatever. Go for it.
I immediately started calling Erin, and he told me that he had made a bet with some friends to see if I would actually go out on a date with her and not puss out. He apologized profusely, but it was all too late now. I had to make it through this situation, but how? I just needed to spend an hour, no, 30 minutes talking to her about something. Then we could just both go home. I was walking back to our table and I took a seat again, but for some reason, Nikki was waiting for me to talk to her. She seemed very peaceful. You know, with the way that she's acting, she might be misunderstanding if I just apologize to her. I don't think I have time to think, just act. I'm sorry, Aaron lied to me and he told me that he was gonna come here today, and,
It's totally fine. I don't care. I was free to anyway. Why don't we just eat the famous cake that everyone's talking about before going home, huh?
Yeah, okay. That sounds like a good idea. We both ordered a cake set, and I was once again surprised when I heard that Nikki really liked sweets. The smile on her face when she said that she was enjoying her cake was incredibly cute. I couldn't help but say, "You really love sweet things, don't you, Nikki?" I couldn't regret it any faster after saying that to her.
Is that a problem?
Oh my god, she has the meanest glare in the West. Oh no, not at all, ma'am. You're free to like whatever you like.
I mean, yeah, I do like sweets, especially chocolates and stuff.
I see. Well, I'm glad that you were able to enjoy the cake. How does it taste?
It's really good, actually.
We both just quietly enjoyed our meal without having any kind of drama. The next day, I complained to Aaron about how he set me up like that, and he apologized to me profusely. He said that he felt sorry for tricking me, but that Nikki was not actually a bad girl at all. She's also apparently his childhood friend, and he was worried about how isolated she was. So he just went on board with all of his friends' ideas. Maybe if the two of us who didn't have that many friends met up, there would be some kind of a friendship there. He thought that it would be an interesting science experiment. That's not how people and relationships work, or at least that's how I felt at the time. After class, I was walking out of school when I saw Nikki was waiting for me.
Jason!
What's wrong?
You know how I made you pay yesterday? Here.
She gave me a small envelope, covered in little puppies with the money that I spotted for her yesterday. I didn't know that you liked cute things like this, Nikki. You like sweet things too? You're very girly.
Huh?
Oh, just kidding. Don't mind me. You know, the whole thing was actually set up from my end, so you really don't have to pay me back. Actually, I have a really good store that sells sweets. Did you want to go together? I think that you would really like it.
You sure it's good?
Well, I personally think it's really good. And that's how I ended up going on round 2 of Sweets with Nikki. Apparently, she really likes going around looking for sweets, so ever since, we started going out on weekends or after school. She'd be waiting for me in front of the school and we'd go out of town together. At first glance, she does seem like someone you would probably want to avoid, but she's much more considerate than you would think. Turns out she was a very good catch as a woman. That day, we were talking about nothing in the cafe when...
So yeah, my parents. My mom runs a flower store and my dad runs a barbecue restaurant. They were both really strict on manners, more than any other family, I think.
Right? Sounds like you've had a pretty strict childhood.
Part of why I'm acting the way I am is because I was rebelling against my parents, you know? I wanted to rebel, but honestly, I've never really been interested in fighting or drinking or anything like that.
I see. You know, I've never actually seen you hanging out around other people.
You've been keeping that close of an eye on me, huh?
No, I mean, it's not like I'm trying to, but, you know, you kind of stand out.
Right. Okay, yeah. I don't blame you.
She looked a little upset by my comment, but suddenly...
There's some cream around your mouth, Jason.
Huh? Well, dang, where is it? I tried to wipe it off with a paper napkin, but I couldn't get it off.
It's right here, silly.
She wiped it off with her finger.
You're like a kid.
I could tell immediately that in that moment I'd fallen for how adorable her laugh was. What the hell? She's so stinking cute! It was a daily routine now to go out looking for new sweets to eat with her, but since exams were coming up, we had agreed to take a break for the time being. I need to at least get a good average on my math exam coming up, or I'll be in a pretty bad spot.
You're not good at math?
Yeah, I can usually remember the quotations perfectly fine, but when it comes to applying them, I just can't figure it out at all.
Well, do you want to study together with me then? I think I can help you out with math.
Really? Wait, you're good at math? You? Nikki?
What? Do you think that delinquents aren't able to study at all?
Of course not. I think that you're a shining example of what we all strive to be.
All right. Can I go over to your house then? My house is kind of, you know.
Right, your parents probably wouldn't take a liking to me going over. Not that I wouldn't mind, but...
All right. I'll be waiting for you in front of the school tomorrow.
And that's how I had Nikki teach me math for my exam. The next day after class, I met up with Nikki, and we headed back to my house to study math with her. My mom greeted us at our house, and she was initially a little surprised at how good Nikki looked, but the fact that Nikki was elegant and had good manners gave her a good first impression. We were studying in my room when I realized that she was a lot closer to me than usual. I could feel my heart start to beat faster. A little while later, she sat even closer to me and whispered into my ear.
What do you think about a woman like me?
She's so cute, oh my god. I think you're incredible. If I didn't like you, then I wouldn't agree to study with you.
Right. Great. I'm happy to hear that.
Then she gave me an adorable smile like she showed me from before. Oh my god, she really is too cute. I think if she gets closer to me, I might... I was really nervous, but that was just that one moment that she got closer to me. After that, we continued to study like nothing ever happened to me. It was a little disappointing, but I had to focus on my math, so I think that it was probably the right choice for us. Oh my god, I really did it! I solved it all on my own!
Congratulations! You did great! Here's your treat then.
Did she just kiss me on the cheek? I'm so happy! After sending off Nikki, I continued to be all nervous and excited. I remember not being able to go to sleep that night. Thanks to Nikki's help, I was able to get well over above average on my math exam, and I was so happy that I promised to take her out to a super popular sweet store in the next town over that weekend. The day of, my jaw dropped when she showed up at the train station. Nikki, you look so amazing today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, at least I think that you're beautiful.
Well, that's nice to hear.
What did you say? I couldn't hear you. It's too loud out here.
The store that we're going to right now has a lot of stuff to order. I'm not sure which one to choose.
Well, I can't choose based on these pictures. We should go there and decide once we're there, okay?
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'm so excited.
After getting to the restaurant and seeing the menu, I felt like the rumors were true. Everything did look delicious. Neither of us were able to decide what we wanted, so we ended up ordering the most popular item and the seasonal special. We shared each other's food and we enjoyed our meal.
This is actually pretty good.
Really? Can I have a little?
Yeah, here you go.
Then she put some of her cake on her spoon and moved the spoon towards my mouth. I don't know about that,
Oh, come on. No one is looking.
Okay then.
How is it?
It's really good. Well, here, have a bite of mine.
This really is amazing.
We were both quite relaxed because we weren't worried about someone seeing us. We were in a great mood and we were headed back home, but then we ended up getting dragged into some trouble. There were some sketchy-looking men that showed up and wouldn't leave us alone. Can I help you?
We don't have time to deal with you at all. Can you leave us alone?
Maybe Nikki was trying to be considerate because I was here. She was trying her best not to escalate the problem, but the men just wouldn't leave us alone. They must have thought that they could get this cute girl to listen to them or something like that. Little did they know that Nikki had been training with MMA from a young age, so she easily dodged all attempts of them trying to grab her. The men, now frustrated that they were being fooled by a weak woman, shifted their sights onto me. Wait, hang on, time out! I knew that they weren't the type to just listen to me when I said stop, but I couldn't do anything about it. Nikki tried to protect me and in the process knocked them right on their ass.
You okay, Jason?
Yeah, I'm fine. Are you okay though, Nikki?
I'm totally fine.
Great. Where did they go to anyway?
I don't know. They must have run off.
Let's get out of here while we still can, huh?
Yeah.
We quickly left and we headed home, but the next day it became a problem at school. The man who had fallen over because Nikki defended me had come to the school to report that he was injured because of her. The man had turned out to be a boy that attended this school, and he played the character of being a very good role model student. Because of this, Nikki was played out to be a villain. Are you okay, Nikki?
If you stay around me, you're going to be in a world of trouble. We should put some distance between us.
You don't need to worry about any of that, okay? I know for a fact that he is in the wrong and I will find proof.
Don't worry about it. I'm used to this kind of thing.
Starting the next day, the parents suspended her, and she was basically put on house arrest by her parents. I couldn't hold back my anger. I have to get them to take back the suspension. I wanted to help her out so bad. I talked to Aaron to see if he had any good ideas for helping her out. He said that he had friends that lived in the next town over, so we talked to him. One of those people saw the whole thing go down, and so I brought that student to come here along with Aaron to tell the truth to our teachers. Mr. Thompson! About the problem that Nikki was involved in, I was there with her. They were the ones that started things first. He was there too, and he saw the whole thing happen, and will attest to that.
I see, but you know how Nikki is well, she's not exactly a model student.
Nikki just protected me because I was getting harassed, and I didn't know what to do. She pushed someone off of me on accident, okay? That's it.
Okay, I'll try talking to their parents again and seeing what's what.
Thank you. A little while later, the other boy's bad behavior started to get brought to light, so Nikki was let off the hook. Her suspension was reversed. I headed to her house and I let her know that her suspension was called off, and that the teacher had apologized for his mistake. After I got to her house, I texted her letting her know that I was there. She came running out of the house.
What happened, Jason?
Hey, Nikki, your whole suspension's been called off.
Thank you so much, Jason.
It's okay. I'm just glad that you were able to prove that you did nothing wrong.
I'm sorry. I made you do all this for me.
I could tell that she was trembling quietly. Are you, crying, Nikki?
I was worried that something might happen to you, even if I were to stay at home. I was so worried and scared and...
Thank you for worrying about me. You protected me, so that was the least that I could do.
Thank you, Jason.
It's okay. I was able to solve everything. The other student's wrongdoings have also been brought to light too, so he's in a world of pain now.
I see.
I told her everything that I knew about the situation, and I gave her the biggest hug that I could after she squeezed my shirt. I'm really sorry that I couldn't defend myself and I made you go through all this. I should really learn to protect myself so you can teach me some of your martial arts, huh? Nikki wiped off her tears and looked up at me. I could feel my heart pounding after seeing her teary puppy dog eyes. She's too stinking cute.
I don't know if you can do it, Jason.
I can and I will, I promise. After hearing what I said, she squeezed me tightly again. I really felt in that moment that she was just an adorable little creature and I didn't want to let her go. I like you, Nikki, and I'm not strong enough to protect you yet, but I promise I won't drag you down, so please go out with me.
I'm so happy. I like you too, Jason. The more time I spend around you at school, the more it became fun to go to school. I hope we can stay together for longer.
Of course, and that's how we officially started dating each other. Her suspension was called off, so she came back to school, and we returned to going out on our sweet runs. In addition to that, she started teaching me some MMA as well. We were together more and more often. News of the whole incident with the students spread and more, and students started to try and talk to her as well.
Hey, Jason, our classmates are talking to me more often.
That's a good thing. I mean, they were talking to me too, actually.
And there's a girl that wants to go eat with us.
Oh, I don't mind at all.
Okay, great. Then I'll go ahead and let her know.
She had more friends to talk to, and she seemed to really be enjoying herself. But I was a little disappointed that we would miss out on time that we would be alone with each other. Afterwards, I was finally able to do good in math class, and so I managed to get into a school where I was one rank above where I had initially imagined getting into. We ended up both getting into different universities, but we were relatively close by, so we'd still be able to see each other quite often. We graduated and found jobs, and we both became very busy, but we would still go back and forth between each other's houses, taking sweets as gifts. We continued to grow our love, and tomorrow we're going to be having our wedding. Of course, there are going to be a few high school friends that are coming too. She's even more beautiful than she was in high school, so I really want to show her off to everyone. I'm gonna swear in front of everyone that I will make her the happiest woman ever.